today we are in Barbie, You Can Be Anything, the experience. And I'm so excited to talk to you about this experience. We've been working on it for about a year and a half, and it's finally open, and it is a ton of fun. So come on in, let's check it out. So whenever we are developing a new experience, we come up with one big key idea. And so the big idea for this exhibit is that you can be anything. And that's really what Barbie is all about right now, exploring the possibilities. So one of the big things we talk about in this space is this lady right here. Her name is Ruth Handler, and she is the woman who invented Barbie. And the reason she invented Barbie was because her little girl, when she was a kid playing with toys, there was really only one kind of doll out there, a baby doll. So a doll that helped kids practice their nurturing skills, which is great. But she wanted to see if she could make a doll that helped kids play pretend what they could be like when they grew up. So she made the first big doll. We have that #1 doll here for you to see. And that doll is so special because it springboarded 6 decades worth of dolls. And these dolls have had over 200 careers. And you can see right here just a really small sampling of those 200 careers. I just want to point out the 80s dolls and the 90s dolls. Those are my dolls, but I'm sure you connect with it, different dolls. And really throughout this entire exhibit, there's dolls through the whole thing from the 60s to now. So everyone in your family will likely find a doll that they find familiar. My favorite, I think, is this gal right here. Look at her. She's an astronaut and she's fabulous. So we're gonna go ahead and explore the possibilities and step into the role model area. We know that kids, if they want to be anything they want to be, they need to see grown-ups doing that stuff. So we have a whole section dedicated to role models. And the very first interactive or activity in the space is about you, the parents, the grown-ups. And we are actually asking grown-ups to take a pledge to be the role model in their little kid's life. So in this interactive, you can talk about what you're good at and what you can teach your kid. And then at the end, you get to take a picture of yourself with your kiddo and then send it home via email to save. Next, we talk about role models through history. So we have highlighted 5 amazing women from the 1800s, the mid-1800s, up through today. We've got Florence Nightingale, Amelia Earhart, Ella Fitzgerald, Katherine Johnson, and Lori Hernandez. And if you follow me into the space, we've got a lot of huge panels. I won't go through everyone because I want you to be able to see some of these for yourself. But most panels have some interesting information about these women. They show off a doll made of that woman, and some of our role models, we've even gotten some amazing artifacts. So this, in particular, I love. It is one of Ella Fitzgerald's 13 Grammys. And I think it's amazing. It's lots of fun. So, role models. But when we are thinking about what we want to be when we grow up, we definitely need role models, but we also need to try tons of stuff. So, what you can't see yet is the rest of this space is all about trying new things. We have a ton of interactives that explore the different sorts of things you can be when you grow up. And we've broken it into 5 categories. You can be an adventurer, you can be a problem solver, a nurturer, a creative person, and a leader. So we'll kind of dip in and see what we got going on in each of these spaces. So in the adventurer space, you can try your hand at being a surfer, and this board actually moves. Y'all, I'm doing this in heels. It's crazy. You gotta try it. It's a lot of fun. You can be a wildlife photographer. We've actually set up a replica of Barbie's actual Jeep, which you can sit in and drive around and get your photo taken in. It's super cute. But that's not all. If you go around the back, there's an interactive where you actually get to take photos in the rainforest with Barbie. the final career we have in this section is mountainside rock climber. So this is kind of cool because once you get in the cave, you get to do a little bit of exploring. And if you hit just the right place, the cave will light up in a very magic Barbie way. So that is adventure. Next up we have a problem solver. So these are the kinds of careers you have when you are a fixer. So somebody that fixes broken things. So one of the interactives we have for our littles is all about fixing a broken fence. So you can take the fence posts to the side here, and you can put them here and fix the fence for Barbie and make really cool designs with all the colors. And since we do have a few touchables in this space, every touchable experience has hand sanitizer and wipes for you to wipe the thing before you play and after, and then also sanitize your hands when you're out there. One of my absolute favorite interactives is this guy right here. This is our robot programmer interactive, and what kids do in this space is, I don't know if you can see it from this angle, but we've got pieces of instructions or code. And what we are having kids do is link up the instruction or code pieces right here for this little robot guy to read. And if everything is done correctly, this robot will test this vehicle's headlights, wheels, and will fix its little broken mirror right there to get it ready to be on the road. What else do I have in this section? Oh, I do want to point out, for every section, there is an awesome group of dolls that have careers in this area. So these are all of our problem-solving dolls. And as you can see, they're from numerous decades. I was just looking at this amazing surgeon right here from the 70s. I love her, she's so cool. Next up is Nurturer. And our main interactive in this space is the Beekeeper. And in this interactive, you basically go through the process of harvesting honey. So the first thing kids will do will be to examine these honey frames right here and see if they're ready to be harvested. And then you can go on the other side here and take a peek at the bees. See if they're grumpy, see if they're sleepy. When they're sleepy, that's a good time to harvest the honey. Then you can come over here and scrape the wax from the frames to release the honey. And then here you can spin the honey out of the frames using this honey collection machine. And then when you spin it, you'll actually see the honey light up at the bottom here. Last but not least, you can fill a jar with honey. I'm actually really proud of this here because this is an experience that came out right before things were a little tricky. So we made a lot of fixes to make things lower touch. So you don't even have to touch this to fill the honey. It fills itself when you get near. And that's Beekeeper. So we're gonna mosey on over to the Creator section. I'm gonna stop by this glorious artifact right here. Beautiful to see. This is a doll that was made especially for us for our original Barbie exhibit back in 2009. It's made with glass art inspired by the Chihuly exhibit in our space here. So in Creator, you can imagine yourself as a fashion designer. So we have this really glorious fashion designer space set up with mood boards and all sorts of inspiration. And in this game, you can take on fashion clients and build outfits for them all in this space, just like a real designer. We also have an artist interactive where you can paint a still life painting with digital pastels, watercolors, or oil paints. Okay. We have a chef interactive. In this interactive, you can make a very unique type of soup based on ingredients that you can see here in the bin. So you take any 3 ingredients that you want, put them into the soup pot, and then Barbie will tell you what kind of soup you've made. You can get real creative. And last but not least, we have leader. So we have 2 leader experiences here. First one is captain of an airplane. So you and your co-pilot can sit here, fly the plane, adjust the buttons on the bottom, and watch the clouds roll by up here, all in a plane that's built to look a lot like a real Barbie plane. The front of this is adorable. And then finally, you can imagine yourself as a political leader, specifically a president. So you can stand here, get your picture taken, and maybe even deliver your acceptance speech. And finally, last but not least, we have our Barbie doll box. This is a really, really fun interactive. What you get to do is, on the side here, you can type in your name. Your name will appear down here, and then you can also type in what you want to be when you grow up. Let's say a beekeeper, and then a picture of a beehive will appear right behind you here, and then you can have your picture taken. And that is the Barbie experience. So we really hope to see you here. The possibilities are really endless, and I hope you have a lot of fun when you come. We will be sticking around here until spring of 2021. So thanks, everybody.